KWTV 9, the spirit of Oklahoma.
Now, the #1 rated newscast in Oklahoma with Roger Cooper, Jennifer Reynolds, Bill Teagan Sports, and Oklahoma's #1 meteorologist, Gary England. This is Newsline 9, late edition.
Good evening. Will it ever end? Another night of stormy weather here in Oklahoma.
Gary England, of course, monitoring the situation. He joins us from the forecast center. Gary?
Well, we've had quite a bit of weather around, at least quite a few thunderstorms, not too much severe weather. That one storm in western Oklahoma has been the real hoss of the bunch, let me tell you. It's produced some up to baseball-sized hail out there. And it has gotten a little bit smaller, but it's still capable of producing quite a bit of severe weather. Now, the movie on here is for the last 2 hours, and the storm started up near Arnett, that one in western Oklahoma, drifting south over Roll and Crawford and Strong City, and now it's just on the edge of Cheyenne. Still could produce very large hail and damaging winds. And another storm could be severe at this time, moving toward the Fairview, Longdale, Canton area. And then one in north central Oklahoma is moving on southeastward, as you can see, into northeastern Oklahoma. And right now, severe weather possible with these two storms in the west and the one in the north. And I have all the weather details coming up very shortly.
Okay, Gary. Cleanup is still going on after Saturday night's high winds and heavy rains that moved through the metro area. Norman was hardest hit with down power lines littering several streets. Almost everyone has power back on tonight. A lot of residents spent their holiday clearing yards of debris and hauling away uprooted trees. Overturned planes still litter the tarmac at Max Westheimer Airport. More than 20 aircraft were destroyed during that storm. South Florida tent cities put up after the aftermath of Hurricane Andrew are filling up tonight, and more will probably be built. The new residents are coming from the shelters that were located in schools. The schools are being emptied so they can start classes next week.
This is very, very temporary. We're looking to bring the next form of temporary housing in as quickly as possible, mobile homes and some other temporary structures, because we want this community to move forward. And this temporary tent city is meeting a need right now, but we want to grow.
More repair supplies are reaching the affected areas now, and homeowners are able to cover damaged roofs. However, a lot of them are still reluctant to leave their heavily damaged homes, and what possessions are left for temporary shelters.
Labor Day is drawing to a close, and many Oklahomans observed this last holiday of summer in traditional ways. There were picnics, a trip to the lake or the park. Any sort of outdoor activity seemed like the thing to do today. Hafer Park hosted a family fitness day where mom, dad, and the kids could all work out together. It's part of the Governor's Council on Physical Fitness program. The Muscular Dystrophy Association Telethon is another Labor Day tradition. Deborah Lauren, Mitch Jelniker, and Ed Murray hosted the Oklahoma City portion of this year's fundraiser. They were joined by several very special guests, including Olympic gymnast Shannon Miller. The local effort raised more than $380,000, which helped set a record for the national telethon, $45,759,368, about $688,000 more than last year. Host Jerry Lewis thanked everyone with his trademark show-closing song.
Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You will never walk alone.
Some protesters showed up at the telethon sites to claim that Lewis plays on pity to raise his funds, but supporters say the record-setting donations show that most people support the telethon's work.
Well, the Democratic candidate for president kicked off the campaign stretch run in Harry Truman's hometown today. Bill Clinton offered himself as a true champion of the middle class who would do what Truman did at the end of the Second World War, offer opportunity. Clinton also said the next 57 days marked the beginning of the end for what he termed a presidency of broken promises. He says his presidency would give the U.S. back to the citizens. President Bush took his campaign to Michigan and Wisconsin today. The president and first lady started the day by leading a power walk across the Mackinac Bridge in Upper Michigan. Later, while visiting a picnic in Hamtramck, a small group of protesters started throwing broccoli at Mr. Bush. The president also quoted Harry Truman today, but later admitted that he and Barbara both voted for Thomas Dewey the year Truman won the presidency.
And still ahead tonight, animal rights activists try to break up a traditional bird shoot that raises money for charity.
And some say an Oklahoma law meant to stem car thefts is hurting an industry. Stay with us.
Looking for excitement? Looking for adventure?
Look out for Walt Disney's World on Ice. It's a totally new, totally cool double feature playing State Fair Arena September 18th through 22nd. KWTV Channel 9 invites you to save $2 opening night Friday, September 18th at 7:30. Tickets are on sale at the box office and all OK ticket outlets or call to charge by phone. Don't miss Walt Disney's World on Ice.
La da da dee dee, la da da dee dee, la da 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 dee dee. Eternity Calvin Klein.
Your gift with any $32 Eternity for Men purchase at Dillard's.
At Stifel Nicolaus, we offer diversified financial services to meet any investment need. But what really sets us apart is that we've been centered right here in Oklahoma for over 50 years. Our customers rely on us. They don't want to deal with a new person every year or two. They want someone they know and trust. Sure, we have a seat on the New York Stock Exchange, but we live here. We're involved in our communities because we care about Oklahoma's future.
Stifel Nicolaus, investing and reinvesting in Oklahoma.
Hi, Oklahoma. It's Broadway Ford, and it's sale time at Broadway Ford, and have we got a sale for you. A loaded F-150 pickup super cab for as low as $14,999. Remember, $14,999, a loaded super cab. Folks, it's time to cut out the bull and get on to the real deal. Remember, $14,999 at Broadway Ford, and that's no bull. Whoa, brother.
Officials say no one survived the crash of a plane full of skydivers in Illinois today. There were at least 12 people on board when the plane went down shortly after takeoff, about 50 miles west of Chicago. Passengers were members of a local skydiving club on their weekly outing. 3 were first-time jumpers. The cause of the crash is unknown. More than 100 animal rights activists were arrested today after storming a pigeon chute and freeing a couple of birds. The pigeons were to be released and shot one at a time at the Pennsylvania chute, which has been held for nearly 6 decades to raise money for area parks. Protesters cheered as the pigeons were released. One activist called the shooting of live birds sick, but the shooters say the event is a tradition that gets rid of thousands of disease-spreading pets.
A 4-year-old Oklahoma law designed to stop a booming business in stolen auto parts through so-called chop shops appears to be working. But some say it also appears to be hurting legitimate used parts dealers. Newsline 9's Scan Matthews explains.
A few years ago, Oklahoma had a bad reputation for high auto insurance rates, for auto theft, and for title washing. Former State Representative Vicki White Rankin remembers.
Many people were buying what they thought were nice cars that some little old lady had driven to and from church each Sunday, but in reality was a car that had been chopped and rebuilt many times from stolen parts.
In the legislature, Vicki White Rankin worked successfully for legislation to reduce auto theft and title washing. Law enforcement cracked down on auto thieves and so-called chop shops, salvage operations that dealt in stolen cars and parts. But 4 years later, not everyone is happy. Certainly not car rebuilders like Joe Munn. Munn says the new requirement for state inspections of every rebuilt car is too time-consuming.
We can fix a car within 5 to 10 days, and really still can. But it's very hard now to, it just takes, basically it takes approximately 20 days or more before I can sell the car. Sometimes it takes a complete month.
Even more burdensome to Munn is Oklahoma's color-coded title system, which requires him to buy first a salvage, then a rebuilt title. Joe Munn estimates the law has all but ruined 300 rebuilders in the state, while hardly touching the illegal chop shop operations. Still, OSBI figures show auto theft fell almost 7% in 1991. Out of every 10 auto thieves busted, 6 were juveniles. But business is definitely slow at Rex Carmichael's shop. Once one of the biggest rebuilders in the state, he does little work now. Carmichael says the salvage and rebuilt titles scare off buyers and lenders.
Because they don't want to lend on rebuilt titles or salvage titles, and the customer's afraid of them, which is rightfully so. A title, they're not sure what they have, they're not sure how good this title is, and they question whether they should buy the car.
A state official admits the rebuilding industry is hurting, but points to the benefits of the new title system.
That is a tremendous tool for consumer protection and consumer awareness. It gives them a little bit better idea of the history of the vehicle.
Vicki White Rankin says the purpose of the law was not to ruin honest rebuilders and salvage dealers.
I think the real issue here is that there are some who are involved that do not like the constraints government has put upon them.
Like it or not, it appears rebuilders will have to learn to live with the law. Gan Matthews, Newsline 9. Late edition.
I was covering the Capitol when they passed that, and that was one of the most controversial bills. A lot of people didn't know about it as it was passed, but it really caused a stir when they were drafting it.
And it's still playing out.
Yes, it does. Could be a long night in the old weather center.
Gary England is keeping an eye on the radar. He is up next with his latest observation. Stay with us.
What will it take to make you a Kojak building customer? How about big savings? If it's high-quality construction, Kojak has it. Kojak has all kinds of backyard storage buildings and garages, all backed by a limited written warranty. If you want your building delivered statewide or built right on your property, Kojak can do it. If you want easy monthly payment plans and low prices, Kojak has them. So eliminate that middleman and deal direct at Kojak Building Company and save big money at their 2 convenient locations, Reno and May and 55th and South Shields.
Green.
It's time to gear up for the Lake Hefner Streak, September 19th and 20th.
It'll be the best ever with plenty of fun for the entire family, including a delicious pasta dinner, live entertainment, and a fitness fair.
Timed bicycle events, a family fun ride, rollerblading, and much more. It's 2 days of fitness
and fun.
Hi, I'm Steve Gibson with 50 Penn Place. We're glad to host Saturday's exciting activities during the 8th annual Lake Hefner Streak. It's an event the entire family can enjoy. Join us.
With inventory finally behind us here at Bob Mills Furniture, I want to thank all of our employees for helping us identify hundreds of items that have got to be removed out of our warehouse, like this contemporary sofa covered in Quaker's popular Centerfield Dawn fabric, just $273. The exceptionally comfortable leather-like Chase lamps, just $237. And while 50 sets of these decorator lamps last $39.76. Friends, the list goes on and on. Doors open every day at 10 a.m. Bob Mills Furniture, I-40 in Portland, the working man's friend.
Okay, one of those nights when you have to be on your toes in there.
Right. We started out, no thunderstorms, then had about 25 of them. Now we're down to about 2 or 3. So it's been an interesting evening. The really only heavy weather we've had has been hail.
Way out west.
And the storms have been pretty ugly looking, but haven't done that much except for baseball size hail. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what the cattle think? I mean, because that's where it's been. It's in the roll and some of those areas. There's not too many people out there, but there's lots of animals. And that was an ugly storm.
That could do you some damage.
Do some damage, you're right. Let's check it out right now at 10 p.m. in Oklahoma City on this Monday. 80. The wind is southeast at 7. Relative humidity 69%. Barometric pressure is 30.02. And it is rising a little bit. We'll check radar and see what we have out there presently. This is the movement and the storms during the last 2 hours. This is the one that's really been tough, and it's given up to baseball-sized hail. First it moved east, and then it moved west, and it moved south. And it's just been creeping down toward the Cheyenne area. Now it's moving, well, it's just right there, basically. But a little bit is shoved to the east over toward Hammond. There's been some weakening trend in that, but could still produce hail and wind like they always do. And this one's quite strong, producing some pretty good-sized hail, moving in on Canton Lake and Longdale right now. And this one up here is basically moving over in northeast of Caw City, so it's getting totally out of our area and over to Osage County. But 2 storms to deal with, and we'll have to watch them for a while. Now, let's check the severe thunderstorm watch, and this is in effect until 1 a.m., And it covers from south of Elk City to Oklahoma City to Tulsa, this area in here until 1 a.m. And like I said, only 2 storms, actually 3 storms at the present time. And we'll have to watch this because there's a front coming down. And if it continues to come down, we could have more thunderstorms later tonight and tomorrow morning. And the temperatures are going to give you on the forecast based on the front coming on in. If it should happen to stop, the numbers are going to be out to lunch, all right? But right now, it looks like we will cool off tomorrow, be cool today, and then warm right back up again. Now, I'd like to check on the storms we had this Saturday and show you some video from some of our storm intercept teams. I had our folks out there. And this is Mark Dawson. This is up near Lahoma in northern Oklahoma. Large wall cloud at that particular time. And here he is again. The wall cloud right in that area trying to develop. And beginning to get quite a precipitation there just to the left of it. And it's going to rain itself out here in just a moment, but have a very strong updraft. And here he's got a very small funnel right in the middle. And this storm, most likely, that tornado was touching the ground. That was up, I believe, just northwest of Lahoma. There's another one. There were many of these around. None of them that dangerous on Saturday. And the largest one we had, and probably the most dangerous, is out just south of Tologa. Here it is. You can see the dust swirl on the ground. Right near Tologa, I guess about 8 miles south of Tologa. And our chief photographer took these, and you can see it right in the center part of the screen there. Dave Tomez. And then they're getting in a little bit. Well, actually, they were trying to get out of the way of it at this particular time. Once again, this is Saturday. And a fairly large dust swirl. Dust swirl is about a quarter of a mile wide. So this was about the only one that was really significant. And tremendous lightning strike out of the storm at that particular time. Great video. We appreciate them getting it. Fall weather, we do occasionally have some thunderstorms and tornadoes. But check it up on top here. And see the thunderstorms ballooning up. The front is not moving too quickly. The hope and the wish and the desire is the front will just shove on through, clear all of this out here. If not, and the front is still around tomorrow, we'll have a little bit of increased activity. Only going 20% probability tomorrow, but if the front should hang up, we'll have a little bit higher probability. But here's the way it looks. Based on the optimistic forecast, everything's shoving to the south. Late tomorrow, Dallas 95, up to Kansas City 79, Albuquerque 87, Denver and 81. Nice to our north, and a little stormy over at Memphis to our east. And we take a look at the 5-day outlook. Here's the way it holds and stacks up right now. Around 80 tomorrow with a 20% probability, 20% Wednesday. Low probability on Thursday and Friday, and then kind of hot on Saturday. Has some occasional wind on the forecast for the state for tonight. Thunderstorms scattered around, few severe, mainly in about the northern half of the state, at least until 1 a.m. For tomorrow, fair in the north, few thunderstorms south, 70s and 80s for highs. And for Oklahoma City and vicinity, a few thunderstorms tonight, some of those severe, then cooler on Tuesday. Low of 66 and high about 79. I'd like to show you another piece of videotape. It's an interesting one on the lightning and the tornado near Tologa, shot by Dave Tomez. And it was right at 8. It was flat dark out. And there was a strike. Look at this. You can see the tornado, the funnel in the side, the dust swirl around it, and the lightning coming out, probably what was the wall cloud there.
Drew Headfield was helping Dave
Drew
Tomez
was there too.
Get that picture.
And I've forgotten who was with Mark Dawson.
You know,
Carol
Thompson. Dave Tomez hates storms because he survived the Wichita Falls tornado. I took a direct hit from him at a mall where he worked.
Yeah, we have to tie him up, get him in the car.
I'm going to say he did a great job for a guy who doesn't like storms.
We'll watch these storms. There's, hey, we have thunderstorms. They make a lot of noise. They do hail and wind. We'll watch them now.
Thanks, Gary.
Appreciate it. It's the time of year when a lot of young people start playing contact sports.
They also start getting hurt. HealthBeat looks at treating and preventing sports injuries when Newsline 9 continues.
Smickless makes smart buys even smarter. Your choice, any new 92 Chevy or any new 92 Buick on our lot, your smart buy with 3.9% financing for only 48 months. Huge discounts, tremendous savings make it even smarter than ever before for you to own a new 92 Chevy or Buick like one of these. This is your best shot. It's your smart buy, but you better hurry. These deals end September the 15th, and it's yours only at Smickless Chevrolet Buick GM.
Lancome Research announces new Neosome Plus perfected age treatment. Perfection in a daily defense against tomorrow's lines and wrinkles. Perfection in the renewed fight against the future signs of aging. New Neosome Plus perfected age treatment. Prevention.
Perfection.
Lancome Paris. Beauty Original. Your gift with any Lancome purchase of $17.50. Available at Dillard's.
Pizza Hut announces an amazing new menu policy. Buy one pizza at regular price and get any other of equal or lesser value for half price. It may change the way America buys everything.
Okay, one aircraft carrier regular price, any other aircraft carrier of equal or lesser value, half price.
Any other molar extraction of equal or lesser value, half price.
Pizza Hut, where your second pizza is always half price. It's catching on.
The first World Trade Tower, regular price. We'll throw in a second World Trade Tower.
Welcome. It's the grand reopening of the Baker Gallery at the Evans Home Furnishings Mall. Come see room after room of the world's finest furniture priced at special grand reopening savings. You'll save an additional 10% off every piece. And that 10% savings is off everyday low prices that have made us one of the biggest Baker dealers in America. At these prices, the world's finest furniture never cost so little. So come celebrate the grand reopening of the Baker Gallery with an additional 10% savings now at the mall, Evans.
Most schools are back in session, and that means another year of athletic competition for a lot of kids.
It also means, unfortunately, injuries. And in tonight's Health Beat, Cynthia Gunn looks at ways parents can help minimize injuries and make sure those who are hurt get the right help.
Student athletes take some hard hits out on the field, and sometimes they get hurt. When it happens at Choctaw High School, Jeff Munn swings into action. He's a certified athletic trainer with St. Anthony Hospital's SCORE program.
What we're seeing this time of year are knees and ankles. And prevention, maybe some ankle braces, some supports, maybe some taping that the coaches do is very helpful in preventing a serious injury.
Number 26 had the wind knocked out of him. Munn says it appears he'll be fine, so there's no need for emergency medical attention, just a doctor's visit later to be sure. If there is an emergency, though, coaches and players here know where the phone is and who to call. But that may not be the case at every school.
A parent, I think, should always ask a coach, what are your emergency procedures in case there is a serious accident out here?
Any severe injury, though, to a kid, especially with the neck, the back, in those areas, we would simply call 911 and let the professionals handle that, because we don't want to do anything to damage young people.
319! That's a big comfort to parents like Alvin Wynn. He takes an active interest in his son's safety and overall health, both on and off the field, something Munn says more parents should do.
I'll make sure that Aaron gets to bed, by at least 11:30 at night, and I'll watch what he eats, keep him away from a lot of the fast food stuff,
Make sure they're getting adequate fluids. Make sure they're not going an hour and a half without a drink.
And finally, Munn says, watch your student athlete at home. If they're limping or showing any signs of pain, a visit to the family doctor might not hurt. On the Health Beat, Cynthia Gunn, Newsline 9, Late Edition.
Coming up, Bill Tiggins with the latest on the baseball commissioner's decision.
It's a big one. The richest quarter horse race of the year was held today, plus highlights from today's U.S. Open tennis. All that and more coming up next in sports.
When it comes to trucks, Southwest Ford has got them. Vans, hard-to-find trucks, F-Series, Rangers, Explorers, trucks, and more trucks. All priced to go during Southwest Ford's Summer Truck Blowout. Ranger XLT, it's loaded with air, power, AM, FM, and more, $88.31. Now remember, all of our trucks are on sale. This is just one example. $88.31 for a Ranger XLT.
That's incredible!
No, that's Southwest Ford. Southwest 59th and Penn.
Nobody brings it home like we do. Whenever you're ready, cable's ready too.
Only $6.99 for installation of basic cable with HBO or any premium channel.
Nobody brings it home like we do. It's always on cable just for you. Nobody.
Call Cox Cable or Multimedia Cablevision today.
Hey, could you guys give the dog a BATH?
Milk's got a lot going for you.
Hey, Tommy, we're going to give Oscar a bath.
Carbohydrate for energy, but it's slim on calories.
Let's cut him off.
With magnesium for balance, riboflavin for agility, and protein for stamina.
Wow, is he clean already?
Milk. It does a body good.
I believe she came to disappear. Others say it was a man. The monk would later speak of her face as radiant with volupte. There is no proper translation.
Trust me.
I trust only my senses. She embraced him forever.
A deluxe parfum, your gift with any volupte purchase exclusively at Dillard's.
Well, we're just full of surprises. Our script says, here's Bill with the weather.
Well, I could do that too, I suppose, but you've already
You do
heard that.
play-by-play, you do sports, why not?
Yeah, I don't think we'd like that. Anyway, we're talking baseball here. Fay Vincent realized today that without the backing of baseball owners, he was a dead duck. So to make those guys happy and to probably get a little peace of mind, he resigned. Last week, 18 owners voted to get rid of him. He said he would not quit at that time. The baseball needed a strong and independent commissioner, but feeling the sport could not handle the legal fight, he did resign today. The reaction to the resignation is mixed as the reaction to his 3-year reign.
He was trying to do what was right for baseball, and that's what he's supposed to do. But like I say, where he's hired by the owners, it's hard for him to make decisions, I would think, against the owners, but he was strong enough to do that in a couple instances, and you got to give him credit for that. But it looks like it ultimately cost him his job.
I was not surprised. I couldn't believe any human being in a position like that could go on and operate any kind of an organization when so many people had no confidence in you. So I believed in my heart that he was going to be smart enough to resign, and he did.
Boy, wouldn't you like to work with a guy like that? More baseball in a moment, but first, the Dallas Cowboys and Washington Redskins closing out the first week of the NFL season. Surprise, surprise, surprise to the scoreboard. There is no scoreboard. I'll tell you, Dallas 23, Washington 7. That is in the third quarter. Unbelievable, the Cowboys putting it on them. Meanwhile, in Stillwater, the OSU Cowboys still excited about Saturday night's win over Indiana State. 35-3 was the final score in that one, but the defense says there's still an awful lot of work to be done.
We have a lot to work on. We had a lot of mistakes, missed calls, but it was good. We have a lot of good athletes on defense, and I think we can make them to a pretty good defense 1992.
We went to halftime, we felt like first half we made a lot of mistakes, due to the fact that we were just out there playing real reckless. And, we came in halftime, settled down, concentrated on what we had to do, and just went out and got it done in the second half. Going into the next game, everyone's, we just can't live on this high. We got to get prepared for Michigan, go down there, just give it our best shot, and hopefully, we'll come in after that game with the same feeling.
The richest quarter horse race of the year today at Rio Dosa Downs, the All-American Futurity and Dash Through Traffic led every step of the way to win it, and with the victory goes $1 million. Jack Brooks of Oklahoma was the trainer. Texas Heartbeat was second. First Down and 10 was third. Dash Through Traffic paid $10 to win. U.S. Open today, top-seeded Jim Courier knocked off John McEnroe in straight sets. Later today, Pete Sampras, the former Open champ in the fire court, taking on Guy Forget. Sampras had to go 5 sets to get the win, but he was impressive when he had to. The overhand slam puts him away right there. Steffi Graf, the number 2-seeded woman, with a victory today over Florencia Labat in straight sets. Graf in the near court here, serving, moves into the quarterfinals. She was impressive as usual. 6-2, 6-2 were the scores. Watch this shot. Tough to beat that. Again, she moves into the quarterfinals. How about the 89ers? They opened the American Association playoffs on Wednesday night at All Sports Stadium against Buffalo. Owner Jeffrey Loria announcing that anyone who brings a canned food to the game will be admitted free. That food will then be given to the hurricane victims in Florida. Again, that is this Wednesday night at All Sports Stadium. Baseball scoreboard in the American League today. Minnesota beat Seattle 4-2. Milwaukee shut out Cleveland 2-0. Robin Yount now just 2 hits away from 3,000. California beat Oakland 3-2. Baltimore losing to New York in 13 innings. Toronto and Kansas City all tied up in the 10th, and Boston defeated Texas 3-0. In that A's-Angels game tonight, Buck Rogers back with California, as you know, in the dugout. He saw some great defense. Watch this. Walt Weiss at short, backhand to second to Bordick. Good play to first, double play. That one is worth watching again in slow motion. This is unbelievable. Great play by Walt Weiss at short. Now watch Bordick. A guy's coming right in on him. Still makes the play. You can't beat that. That's as good as you're going to see in Major League Baseball. Also in Texas tonight, Rangers losing to the Red Sox. Jose Canseco for the first time in Arlington as a Ranger makes a nice catch against the wall there. Later, though, a little routine pop-up. Canseco has problems with this easy play, but don't worry, Jose. That happens to all Ranger outfielders. It is the Texas disease. National League, St. Louis over Montreal in 10. Chicago beat Pittsburgh in 11. And let's see, Atlanta over Cincinnati, 7-1. Cincinnati beat Houston. New York over Philadelphia. And San Diego leading San Francisco. The U.S. Nationals, the NHRA race going on in Indiana. Ed McCullough and Cruz Pedregan won the Top Fuel and Funny Car titles. And in golf today, Nancy Lopez won the LPGA event, her first of the year, 45th of her career. She beat Lori Davies in a playoff. And this has been a very, very long day, but I'm glad to say sports is over.
You did great.
Yeah, I struggled through, and that's the main thing.
Hey, but you're good enough and you're smart enough, and doggone it, people like you, Bill.
Yeah, that's right.
Thanks.
Thanks. We're about to take a trip to China, a very quick trip.
Where a rare mom has new youngsters, several of them, more than usual. We'll explain after this.
Kids' bedrooms are small and sometimes difficult to furnish. Why not start with a new bed from Mathis Brothers? We show lots of day beds, starting here at only $39 on this model in white. For only $9.95, we'll throw in the spread and 2 pillow shams. This race car bed is just $49, a bed kids love to go to and make. Or step up to $88 on this stylish solid wood bed with carved back and rolled arms. And finally, $99 buys this bed with sleek lines and matte black finish. See these items in the youth and day bed department at Mathis Brothers, 3434 West Reno.
When it comes to trucks, Southwest Ford has got them. Vans, hard-to-find trucks, F-Series, Rangers, Explorers, trucks, and more trucks. All priced to go during Southwest Ford's Summer Truck Blowout. The F-150 pickup with the exclusive Southwest Ford Outlaw Package, $10,724. Now remember, all of our trucks are on sale. This is just one example. The F-150 Outlaw, $10,724.
That's incredible!
No, that's Southwest Ford. Southwest 59th at Penn.
Hey, did you get what I got? Ew, you got what I got. I'm tired of burgers. I'm going to Arby's for some barbecue. That's right, Arby's. They've got this new barbecue for only $1.49. Loaded with slow-roasted roast beef, marinated and simmered in tangy barbecue sauce. Just like at Skeeter's Barbecue Pit, except you don't have to talk to Skeeter. So try the new barbecue, only $1.49. Come on, what are you waiting for?
Arby's is different.
Hey, different is good.
Friends, if you're in a new home and you'd like it completely furnished, Bob Mills Furniture can help. With this new leather look sofa and love seat, the 3 mirrored tables, the matching dinette set, the black lacquer bedroom complete with Sealy bedding, the entertainment center that swivels, and as our special gift to you, this 20-inch color TV. Everything $18.98, less than $70 a month. And remember, you buy it today, that's right, you're going to get it delivered today. At Bob Mills Furniture I-40 in Portland, the working man's friend.
A multiple blessed event to report tonight. A Northeast tiger gave birth to quadruplets at a zoo in China. The Northeast is a rare tiger, and usually 1 or 2 are born at a time, but this mother tiger is experienced counting this litter. She has given birth to 11 cubs so far, but after this group, she made a sign to call it quits, and nobody would blame her if she did.
Perfect little replicas, aren't they cute?
They are cute.
Gary has one more report now, an update on where the weather is taking us. Gary?
Okay, let's check it one more time. We have 2 severe storms. Now, the one in western Oklahoma, you folks, that thing is just hardly moving at all. It has never quite reached Cheyenne yet. It's in the Strong City, Hammond, Cheyenne area, moving south maybe 2 or 3 miles an hour. Large hail, high winds, flash flooding indicated. And the storm from Canton over to Okeen moving southeast at about 20. Got some pretty good-sized hail, some strong winds. Other than that, not much going on. We'll be here to watch it for you.
Okay, we'll be watching. Gary, thank you. We'll return tomorrow. Stay tuned for Late Night Jeopardy and then Married with Children.
Good night.
Newsline 9 is the #1 rated newscast in Oklahoma.